to a new episode of my knitting podcast, episode 38. And I am Ivonne, and I have a water today because I had already 2 cups of coffee and 1 tea, and now I drink a water. I'm going to tell you all about what I knit on the last 2 weeks. Last week I didn't have a weekly vlog because I had a little holiday, not a holiday, but some time off. I had to do other things in my house that were important. So you didn't see me last week, but I'm here again. So welcome if you're new here. I have a lot of news, of a few, no, not a lot. I have a few new subscribers, and yeah, it's always nice to see new people, but also the people watch me every week. Welcome. Take something to drink and take your knitting or your crocheting and settle down on the couch, because I'm going to tell you what I knitted on the last 2 weeks. I am a knitter. I crochet sometimes, but it doesn't. It's not really much. I was a little bit too busy 2 weeks ago. I thought, I have to do so many bigger things, and every week I make the podcast, I make the weekly vlog, and I felt that there was no time to do the things that were important too. So then I thought, if I want to skip a week of the weekly vlog, and then you have the time to do all the things. And that worked out because I did it all, and now my head is a little bit lighter because it was all in my head. And yeah, sometimes you don't you feel too overwhelmed with what things you have to do. So then it's good to choose to put some things aside and do the things that are important. So that's what I did. In the meantime, I'm always knitting, but I felt like I had less time. There was always something that I had to do first, and in the Netherlands we say I liep mezelf voorbij. I walked past myself because I had too many things in my head. And now it's a little bit easier. I did those things, so I'm happy. Today it's going to be about 14 degrees in the Netherlands, but it's still misty outside and I think a little bit cold. In the night it was 4 degrees, so that's nice. I love fall. I love that it's getting colder because I'm not a summer person. I love fall and winter the most. So yay. What I'm wearing my weekend sweater from Andrea Mowry. I knitted these 2 years ago, I think, or I finished it in 2023, I think. It's a nice red color. This is one of my favorite colors. It's a burgundy, is it burgundy red? I think so. And I knitted this up from a scone, how do you say that? I think I think that the leftover is here. Oh yeah. I knitted it up from this yarn. I bought it online. It's an Italian shop, and these are leftovers from the industry. The industry that makes clothes for companies. That's what somebody told me, and I think this was really, in the whole skein, including my sweater, it was 23 euros or so that was nothing. And it's a really soft yarn, but it's alpaca with mohair, but it didn't knit up nice because it, how do you say it? It was getting bulky. It stroopte op. How do you say that in English? I'm sorry, I don't know. But so it took me a while to finish this sweater. I think I did it in 8 months. The weekend sweater from Andrea Mowry is I have a boxy lekker, yeah, boxy, and it's a lot of knitting. But when I put this on this morning, I thought, oh, I want to knit another one, because it's a super nice, yeah, super nice way to knit a sweater. I think this suits me very well. So I thought maybe I will knit a new weekender next year. Yeah, so let's start what I have finished. I have 2 finished objects, and the first one is my birthday socks, my birthday cast on. I casted these on my birthday. That was 14 September, and I finished them yesterday. It's a DK weight sock. If you want to know which yarn and which number it is, you have to look back through other episodes. It's a Novita yarn, 6 ply, and normally it knits up really quick, but I didn't do it in not so quick, because 14 September is already more than a month ago. But yeah, I'm not in a hurry, and I love to knit socks. So that's my first finished object. I do 3 by 1 rib, 14 rounds, and then in total 14 centimeters cuff, then a heel flap and heel turn, gusset, and I'm doing Kitchener stitch at the end. That's my favorite way to knit a vanilla sock. I'm mostly a vanilla sock knitter. Sometimes I choose a little pattern or a color work, but yeah, the mindless knits are always the vanilla socks. That's always easy. So that was finished object number 1, and then we've got finished object number 2. That are these lovely opal yarn. This was from my opal subscription, the second ball that I knitted up. The opal subscription is a subscription 4 times a year, and you get 6 balls of opal yarn. It's a surprise always. In previous episodes you can see what I got the last 3. I did 3 already. Yeah, 3 times, and this year we have another in December. So this one I cast it on 11 September, and I finished it yesterday, 22 October. So it's a bit long, but yeah, that had all to do with everything I had on my needles and I had in my head. But I love that they're finished. So that's another piece, yeah, that I can think of my list. I made a list I think I told it in the last video, I don't know for sure, what I have on my needles and what I will finish this year, so I can mark it, and then I'm happy that it's done. So these 2 can mark that they're done, and this is my knitting journal. It's from Esther Benning. It's a really cozy journal, and herein I started this knitting journal in September, and I cast the opal sock on 11 September, so you see that here, and this was my birthday hat. Selfie. So and I have to fill the new information in that it's that it's finished and so forth, so that's nice. And then the Novita sock is also in it, with photos of my birthday from the cake and the yarn. And this one was also finished yesterday. So super nice. 2 things from my needles. But yeah, I have a lot on my needles, so I'm planning to finish things in November. I won't start a new project, because I have a few projects that I want to finish before before 1 December, and yeah, I think November is a good month to do that. So that's what I want to do. So this is it for the finished objects, and I have a few sock whips, and the first one is the French sock. If I can look, which bag is it? Oh yeah, this lovely fall autumnal bag. I love it a lot. Made by Lieselot from, She's called Door mij met liefde on Instagram. She makes sometimes bags. And yeah, I knit for a friend, Katarina, my knitting friend. She lives on the other side of the country. She asked me, Ivonne, do you want to knit French socks with me? I told that in the last episode, and I said yes, I wanted to do that. So my socks, we knit the legs of our socks ourselves, and then you send it out to each other. And when the festival It's a Sarah Knit to Purl to is taking place, we all going to go there, or most people of us going to go there, then we'll change the finished socks back to each other. We give it back to each other. So this is the sock Katarina was knitting. This is a sock for her. I'm going to make the heel, flap, gusset, and the rest, the foot, and also from the second sock. So that was the idea, and the same thing she's doing for me. So I think when I'm going to edit today, I will knit further on this lovely sock. There was a bag with it, with a tag from the sock, but I see that it's not in here, and I hope I can find it, because I think she wants it back. And there on that letter was she wrote down on it. I know that now. That was, I sticked it in my notebook. On that little letter was which needle she used and how many stitches. Yeah, so that's this letter. I sticked it in my notebook so that I know what to do. 2.5mm needles. These are Addy Colibri, super nice DPNs. I always knit my socks on DPNs. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to knit on this today, and then hopefully I will finish sock 1 and sock 2 before knit to purl 2. But that has to be because I have to take them back to Katarina. And because Katarina lives in Zeeland, that's the other side of the country, and I live in Twente, that's in the east of the Netherlands, yeah, is it important that I take it to knit to purl to. So that's a really nice, I like the idea that you knit for somebody else who has the same, hobby, and that you do it for each other and not only for yourself. Knitting a sock, super nice. That's one of my sock whips. Then I have the sock, I call it my, how do you say in Dutch? I say opnieuw breien. I bought a ball or a string, a skein 2 years ago. And I knitted socks from that, but they were too sloppy. It was 80% merino sock yarn, and they were far too sloppy, slouchy. I didn't like it, so I ripped them out. When I ripped one sock out, I thought, why do I do this? Because I have a lot of new skeins. Why don't I choose a new one? But yeah, I already frogged one, so I wanted to knit a new sock. So I'm beginning again. The beginning again sock. But yeah, this is the yarn I'm talking about. This is a lovely fall color. And now I choose to do another border from a leftover I bought at the flea market. And this is going to be the leg. I think I'm going to do the heel and the toes already also from this yarn, so that it's not exactly the same. And I did less stitches this time. The last 2 years ago I did it on 72 stitches. That was too much for me, a 2.5mm needle. And now I have 64 stitches on 2.25mm needle. So this sock will fit me better. Yeah, now I like it that I started it, and it's in a lovely bag I got from a viewer. She made it. I have a Dutch tutorial how to make your own project bag, and that's what she did. She watched my tutorial and she made a few bags, and one of them she gifted to me. So very nice, thank you. It's really super nice, folly with little foxes on it. I like it a lot. It's a little bit bigger bag, it's a little bit too big for socks, but okay, that's not important. So that's another sock on my needles. And I have more socks on my needles, but I didn't knit on that, so I don't show you that now. Last Friday I am showing you my mystery knit along at the I think around the end of my video. That's the last whip I will show you. And last Thursday that the clue 3 came out, I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to start immediately with clue 3, and I'm trying to knit so much as possible, because Saturday I had a knitting day with friends, de ontmoetdag, and then that was not an option to take that knitting with me. But yeah, Thursday I started 3 squares. I will show you later from the mystery knit along of 3 triangles, and then I didn't feel like it. I felt like knitting little mini socks, so that's what I did. This is what I like. Sometimes you have all the knitting what you want to do or have to do, and then I feel like doing something completely different. So last year I got a little recipe of a baby sock. They call it baby sockje. Can't imagine that a baby's foot will fit in here. But yeah, my children are not babies anymore, so but I like the look of this mini sock. I knit 1 sock, and then I will make like a bunting with socks on it for in the Christmas time. So I knit 6 lovely socks. This is from my zigzag sock. This one I did on 2.5mm needles. This one on 2.25. Is it no? It doesn't matter. Yeah, this one on 2.25. This one is a little bit smaller, and then I make the lushes on it, because you can hang it on your project bag, or I'm planning to do a lot of these socks in this lovely basket. I bought this basket at the thrift shop, of course, and I have now, even kijken, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 6 little mini socks, and one of my socks is already on this project bag. So that's what I felt like. Lekker mini sokjes breien. Just knitting mini socks, because I have a lot of scraps, and I thought I can put my houses maybe on the line too. I have another 2 houses knitted, but I don't know where they are anymore. So maybe I will find them back. And it's in this lovely little basket. Here I have all my socks in, and the needles I'm using 15 centimeter DPNs for it. That's better than the 20, because it's a little project. Yeah, so that's what I felt like Friday, and that's what I did the whole Friday. Saturday we went to the ontmoetdag, and that's a knitting gathering with knitting friends, and nice food, and it's a little bit a serious program in the morning. Then we're going lunch, and then is the time to talk and knit, and some sellers are there. It's a super nice day, but I took my sock with me, because I thought, Ivonne, you're not going to knit a lot, you're going to talk a lot with people. It's always the same. But it's a really nice day. I will tell you more about it later. Even op mijn lijstje kijken. Yeah, so that were the mini socks. Then I will tell you about my Stephen West mystery knit along. It lives in this canvas bag. I bought it at Stephen and Penelope's last year or the year before. No, the year before. And I ordered the kit. If you saw my previous videos, you know that I ordered the kit at Stephen and Penelope's. So I'm Team Kit this year. And this is the yarn I bought from, say it right, Twisted Ambitions Yarns. Chocolate Truffle is the main color, and the contrast color is Hickory. It's super nice yarn. It's really soft, and yeah, I like my color palettes. Yeah, this is my third mystery knit along. I did the twist and turns and the geo gradient, and I think that knitting wise I liked the twist and turns a lot, all the new techniques, but I think I like this shawl the best for how it now looks. Last time when you saw me, I didn't finish clue 1 because the next day clue 2 came out. So the next day I finished clue 1. Yeah, before clue 2 came out I finished clue 1. I didn't think that was hard to do. I love to do it. Yeah, it's a super nice idea. And then we had clue 2 and there was brioche in it. And I always thought, do I like brioche? I know it's hard, it's not easy to knit. You have to pay attention to your knitting. But always when I see the brioche shawls, the 2-color brioche shawls, I always ask myself, do I like the look of it? And I think I don't like the look of it. It's not something I will choose. Yeah. If you are going to choose a pattern, that's not what I choose. But I thought, yeah, Ivonne, you have to learn new things. So brioche is one of the challenges for you. So in the first time I thought, yeah, I'm going to try brioche. But the next thing I thought was, yeah, it's a lot of stitches on the needles. When you make one mistake, when you have 30 stitches on your needles, then your head can be in the 30 stitches in the right place. But when you have 400 stitches on your needles, I know myself. Then one moment I am not paying attention, or the cat's doing something, and then I don't know what I'm doing anymore, and that is a disaster with brioche. So I tried it, but it didn't work out. I wasn't so. I was on that moment not so keen that I put a lifeline in it. So then I thought, oh my god, how do I get all the stitches back on the needles before I rip the brioche part out? So I put a lifeline in, just not in front of the, yeah, I did it afterwards, like an afterthought heel. I never did an afterthought heel, but I watched some video tutorials, so I thought I will do that on the same way so that I don't lose stitches, and that worked out. Phew. So I chose to do the eyelets. Ta-da! And I think I like it a lot. I love eyelets knitting. It's super easy. But I made a mistake. I didn't watch the pattern closely, and I started with the main color, but you had to start with the contrast color. So my eyelets are in the wrong direction, yeah, through colors, but maybe I like this also. That's the contrast. Yeah, the look of it is different. When you do the contrast color as at first, it looks more like dots. And I don't have the dots now, so yeah, I'm curious how it will look when it's blocked. But I liked to do those rows, but it took a very long time. So I finished it on time for clue 3. Yeah, I finished it on time, and Thursday I woke up and I thought, oh yeah, around 10 o'clock is always the new video. And then I saw the lovely triangles, and I thought, yeah, I like the look of it a lot. So that was not I was happy about that. But then I tried to do 3 triangles on the first day, so that was Thursday, but I had a migraine, and I thought, oh my god, that's really much knitting. You have to turn and turn and turn and short rows, and it's very easy, but you have to pay attention. And so Friday I didn't feel like knitting on the shawl, and I did the mini socks. Then Saturday I was away for a day, so I didn't knit it on this either. And then Sunday I did 10 triangles. And then I thought Monday I will continue, but on Monday I did only 3. So I have, how many? 16 in total now. You have to have 39 in total, so I'm not ready. I'm not at the end yet. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow the new clue comes out, and I don't know if I'm not finishing clue 3 before clue 4 comes out, because it's a really long part. But I like the knit. It's easy, and yeah, slowly will come to an end. Then you have everything of the needles, of the stitches of the needles, so that's really nice. Then you can see how big it is. Yeah, and I'm very, very curious how it's which way we will go. I think this way, the under. And I'm curious if it's going to be a half circle or something completely different, because you never know with Stephen West. Maybe here in this part will no, I don't think so. I think this round piece will fill up. That's what I think. Sorry, this is the wrong side I show you. So yeah, this is my mystery knit along so far. The contrast color you have to cut every time, so I have a lot of yarn to weave in, but yeah, I like the look of it a lot. So I'm very happy with the results so far, and yeah, can't wait to see the last clue, and yeah, and then finish the shawl in the next 2 weeks. I hope I will finish it at the end of October or at the beginning of November, because in November I want to knit on things that are already on the needles. Yeah, this one's already on the needles too. But I want to finish things. So super nice knit. I love it a lot. And yeah, the third mystery knit along for me is a success so far. And I hope it's going to be a lovely shawl to wear. Yeah, then we that was it, I think, for the knitting. What I want to show you today, because otherwise it's going to be too long. Other things I have on my needles I didn't knit on, so then when you didn't see it, I didn't knit on it, or I didn't knit on it enough. So Saturday was a super nice day. I went to the ontmoetdag from Truida Baas. She's on Instagram. She's a really authentic person. How do you say it? And yeah, she can write really nice texts. That's yeah, it's always when you read it, you always think, oh yes, that is. So, yeah, how do you say it? She can read. Yeah, she can write lovely words, lovely. Yeah, with a. How do you say it? I can't express it in English. That when you read something, you directly think, oh yeah, that's good. So she thought about things and write it down on paper, and that's what she's always doing in the morning. She She reads stories that she made herself to the people who are there. And yeah, het onderwerp, hoe zeg je dat? Nou ja, she made this card, and in Dutch it says creëer meer met een gouden randje, and in English that means create more with a golden edging. So that was a super nice thing. And then we got the card from her and this lovely golden skein with sparkles in it, and you can knit a sock and then give it a golden edging or a cuff. So that was the meaning. That was the meaning that day. That was when you create things, we always are in a hurry, and sometimes you do things because other people knit it, or I want to make this sweater and it has to be done really quick. But the absolute important thing is that we love what we do, and that was the message. Create more with a golden edging, so that we enjoy our knitting, or things that we create more without feeling the hurry to finish it, or the hurry to make it because some other people have already made it. So that was it's always nice on that day from Truida to stand still, to that moment. So that is the card, really lovely. So that's what we got from her. Then one of the ladies who picked me up at the station in the neighborhood, because I went with the train, she sells project bags here in the Netherlands. She's a very, I think, famous project bag seller. She called Hobby Bags, Inge from Hobby Bags, and she put it this one the day before we went on in her stories, and I love this lovely flower with black, and I thought I'd buy it with her because she picked me up at the station, and then I didn't have to pay shipping costs. So this is a new project bag I bought from Hobby Bags, and this is the little mini skein. Truida always has a basket of little skeins, and you can switch one. You put one in and you get one out. So this one I got out, and I knitted this little mini sock, and I put it on my project bag. Super nice. And yesterday when I went to my father, I could put it on my bike and take it with me with my knitting in it. I'm a little bit addicted to project bags also, not only knitting. So super nice. That was one of the things I bought. Then we had a few presents, little presents. This was one of them. So the ontmoetdag is not a day that you get, some knitting days you get a lot of goodies, but that's not where it's all about. But we always get something, the little things, and you appreciate that more. So we got, wat heb ik die nou? Oh yeah, one of the ladies, the stip, I don't know how you call it, dots, stip style, they call it in the Netherlands. And she makes all these lovely little plates, and we could choose one. She had a whole box, and everybody could choose one. And I picked this one out. I love it a lot. And then on the background there is the date she made it, and this is her website, www.stipt.nl. So if you like to look this up. She called Brechtje. I didn't know her before, but I really like this. And we got a book from her, but that's in the living room, so I can't show you that now. And we got a little booklet, notation book with a leaf on it. this card, but I didn't know from who I got it because I went to the toilet, and when I came back it was on my chair. But she's also on the Knit to Purl to festival, so plakbandjesproeverij. So that was a little bit mysterious for me from who that came. Heb ik dan alles? Yeah, and then there's always a weggeeftafel, we call it, a gift table. People take yarn they don't want anymore. You can put it on that table and you can pick something out for free. And there was a lot of yarn this time, and I picked one ball of sock yarn from that. That was this one from Lana Grossa, Magico 2 Degradé, mijlenwijd. And the funny thing is, I wouldn't choose this ball in the shop when I had to pay for it, but when you can get it for free, it feels always a little bit awkward, or to take something from a table and then don't pay for it. I always ask, does anybody else wants to have this ball? No, nobody wants it. So then I thought I take it. So it feels always a little bit weird to not pay for it. So that one I picked from the table. And there was a lady, she had a lot of yarns taken with her to switch with other people, and but I didn't take anything with me for that purpose. I went with a train and it was too much for me. And she had this lovely skein of Bio Balance BC yarn, and then I asked her, what do you ask for it? But she says, no, I'm only switching. So I said, okay, that's okay. And when I walked away, she gifted this to me. So that was really nice. Audrey, thank you. I don't know what I will make from it, but I want to try this yarn. This is BC yarn. Is that Kremke? Is that oh nee, made in Turkey. Made in Turkey. Oh, I didn't know that. It is even kijken. Waar staat het er nog niet op? How many percent? Oh ja, 55% wool. Wool. Linen, Fila, all the languages are on it. And 45% baumwolle. Cotton is that. So, curious how this will knit up. And I have another 3 skeins. Little skeins. This mini I switched with another one of the ladies that were there, and I switched another 2 from the basket from Truida. I took 3 out and you put 3 in, so the basket will always have the same amount of little mini skeins. That's the purpose of it, so that you can switch for your blankets and your scrappy projects. So super nice. That's what I have also. And then there is the lovely Mika from Quilting Mika. She makes the most lovely project bags, and she had made a lot of bags this time. And then after the lunch, you can go to the sellers, and then I choose this lovely quilting bag from Mika. I love it a lot. It's a little. I have another one from it, but it's a little bit bigger. This one is exactly right for 1 ball of sock yarn. Like this, you can put it in and you can knit your sock. So super nice. It's a little bit with the deep ends. I knit on deep ends. These are a little bit too wide, but then I have to knit on the 15 centimeters, and then it will go perfect. So this is my purchase that day. And I love it a lot. So all the lovely, quilted fabrics. Yeah, that's what I love a lot. And this is the handle, so with the balls. So super happy that I got one, because everybody wants one on that day. And there were 30 ladies, and I think she had 20 bags. I don't know. So happy that I get one. And I think I forgot to tell, Truida makes always her own tea. It is called Ons Moet tea, and this is good for 2 or 4 liters, so you don't have to use the bag in one time, but you can do it a few times. super nice. That's what we got also. Yeah, I think I told you everything. I don't forget. Yeah, I did. I didn't forget anything, I hope. If it's so, it will, you see that in the weekly vlog again. And yeah, that was it for the knitting, for everything I did in the last 2 weeks. And yeah, I did the things I want to do, so that was really good. I'm yeah, looking forward to the Advent period, the November month. This is absolutely my favorite time of year. Today is misty. I like to take a walk on these kind of days, and I'm enjoying it a lot. But now I'm finished with this podcast. I'm going to edit this and sit on the couch and yeah, edit it, put everything in the description box. I'm trying to put a lot in the description box, but not always. I cannot always find how it works. So if you want to ask me something, feel free to do it in the comments or on Instagram. I'm knittinginden also on Instagram and on Ravelry. I'm always open to give you an answer, of course, and I like it a lot that you watch my videos. I hope you like it still, and I think that was it for this episode, and I will put a little bit of footage from the ontmoetdag after this video, so you have a little impression on what that is. And thank you for watching, and I see you next week with a weekly vlog. Doei!